Alright, this video is going to look at the lab called Build a Mountain. Build a Mountain is looking at topographical maps. So that's what we're going to be looking at in this. Alright, in part one of this activity, the group was given foam pieces like you see in the picture here, and they were told to stack them up according to elevation and make sure they're lined up according to this little niche right here going down, which the picture is not showing a good job, but that was the main idea. From there we moved on to an aerial view of this, and we created contour lines that showed the different elevation levels. So you took those foam pieces, set them down, and then traced around them and created the contour lines for each elevation. So that was the first part of this activity. The second part of the activity is then we're going to take this sheet and we're going to create a profile from it. And so to start, the first thing you want to do is you want to take this sheet of paper, and this line right here, right, this dotted line, we want to fold that sheet of paper in half on that line. All right. Then, once you have that done, I'm going to go to my next slide. Oops. What you end up coming away with is the bottom half of the picture right here. You have half of the contour line showing, and you kind of have this movable object then where you have, excuse me, B on this side and then A on this side, like that. And so you're able to then shift this piece of paper. Now the second sheet of paper you got is called a profile picture, and that's what we want to build this time. And the profile picture looks really similar to this, just a very simple grid. It has an A and the B on both sides, and then some dash marks on the left. And so this is what we're going to do. All right. We want to make sure that our A's and B's are matched up. So the B from the first page is matching the B from the second page, same with the A's on the opposite side. And because our map, our first contour line starts at 11,000, that's going to be our first point on our little graph or profile that we're making right there. And from there, then we're going to have 11.5, 12, 12.5, 13, and finally 13.5, just like that. All right, so we have that information. Now the second step, once we've kind of created our information on this, now we're going to take this sheet of paper, right? Remember, this represents a sheet of paper, and oh man, it got disconnected. All right, almost got it working again. Looks like I missed the circle. All right. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to put little dashes where those contour lines meet. So we have the 11,000 mark right here. So we want to put a little dash right there on our profile picture, and that also matches there. From here then, we're going to shift this piece of paper up. Right? So now we're on this line here, right, which is our 11.5. So we want to find the 11.5 contour lines. 11.5, 11.5. Then we shift up. Okay. Next, we're on the 1200. Right, so we put a mark here, put a mark here, and we're going to do this all the way up the mountain as we continually change our lines until we have all of our dash marks created, matching the contour lines that we're seeing that we already drew to our new dashes on the left, or our data number line. That's the word I'm looking for on the left. And then we can take that piece of paper and we can kind of remove it from what we've been working with. So just what you're left with is on the profile picture is a lot of little dots, and to draw a profile then we basically just connect the dots. And we go like this, we connect all these dots first, and then come back down and connect these dots. From here then, the big question is, okay, what does the top of the mountain look like? Well, we know our next level is 14,000 feet. That would be the top. And our map down here showed we never got to 14,000 feet. So our peak from our mountain can't be this high. It just can't be, because if we would have had to have another foam piece. Instead, though, we kind of have to picture what the mountain would look like. Now, this mountain that we're representing is a real mountain. It's called Mount Shasta. Mount Shasta is a mountain very, very similar to the mountains of the Pacific Northwest, which would include Mount Rainier and Mount St. Helens and Mount Hood and Mount Adams and Jefferson, and all those wonderful mountains that we're able to look at. And so with that in mind, we got to remember, okay, what does a mountain like that look like? And from here, we kind of just make our best guess and draw the top of the mountain. And we could do that, all right, like that, just to get a line to connect the two dots, even though we don't have an exact view of it, unless we were to take a look at a photograph or something like that. All right, so this is how to create a profile. This is called a profile. Right? Now, this video was created so that you could, first of all, see how to create a profile, and then use this information to be able to complete the Foss Creek profile that you have to do for your work. All right, that's the end of this video, and we'll be discussing more aspects of topography and aerial photography and maps next time.